I survived 100 days in Minecraft 1.18. This is what happened. The first day on the server started as you would expect. I mined wood and hit up the epic caves below the surface, and I must say, these caves are so sick. After gathering some basic resources, I started to become quite hungry. And there's only really one logical thing to do when you're hungry in Minecraft. Die. Yep, actually getting food takes a lot of effort and you have to constantly keep up with it. So instead, much better. I did get an egg farm set up, but Now that my hunger bar is full, I wanted to be the first person on the server to build a house. I got a bit of a later start than everyone, so I was a little behind, but no one had an actual house and I had to be the first. And this hill was perfect. It overlooked the valley and there's this huge mountain just behind it. It'd be beautiful. Huh? What was that? Oh, really? Who's Joe? Well, frick! Okay, so I've been informed that I can't build here. At the start of day 11, I tore down my home and searched for a place that would take me in. I took these chicken children and headed off. At the start of a new day, I journeyed in the wilderness. I toiled in cold, hungry and fatigued. The scent of betrayal left a stench of hatred and oh, this place is nice! Yeah, this will be great. I'll have my own little island all to myself. This island looks almost exactly like Terrytown from Breath of the Wild, so I'm naming this Terry Island. Monster, this is my wife by the way. Monster and I set up some chests here, and on day 18 I committed the cardinal sin of Minecraft. Everybody knows that this is the worst thing you could do, but I chose to do it anyway. As a Minecraft veteran, I was willing to take the risk. I knew the consequences, but it'd be worth it for the amount of diamonds this risk would yield. I started to dig straight down. I dug and dug and dug and dug, and what the heck? There isn't a single cave below this block. Excuse me, I thought this was a cave update. Oh, there's a cave. After a bit of mining, I found my first diamonds. Pretty cool, man. Diamond pickaxe inbound. I then went back up to the surface, and the next several days were spent chopping down a bunch of trees on the island. Then it was back to the mines. I found a skeleton spawner, and this will be super important later on because on this server, I'll be able to mine this spawner and make a farm somewhere else. But I need a netherite pickaxe with silk touch, so that's going to be a huge goal in this video. We'll come back for it. After digging some more, I found some obsidian and made a portal so that I could gather some nether quartz. Remember those unborn chicken babies from earlier? I do. Welp, time to enslave them and force them to produce eggs for the rest of eternity because my insatiable hunger cannot be quenched. I made a chicken farm. Day 30! I crafted an enchanting table and did some simple enchanting. This helped as I continued to tear down all the trees on the island, and I used the wood to build a house. I wanted this house to be pretty large, and since it's still the early game, I don't have too many resources to put into it. I knew I wanted to use dark oak in this house, but I didn't have any, so I'd have to cross this river to get to the forest. Thing is, I'd have to cross this river. I mean, look at this thing. I don't want to climb down the valley just to climb back up the other side, then go mine wood and have to come back and do the same thing. Nah. So instead of taking the 2 minutes to cross the river, I took 20 minutes to ask someone if they had ender pearls, go back to spawn 400 blocks away, climb up this weird looking staircase, head 400 blocks back to Terry Island, and then yeet a pearl across the river. See? That was so much easier. Oh, and I should mention the other members already beat the ender dragon at this point. Unfortunately, I was busy with IRL stuff, so I couldn't join them, but I promise you there's a dragon fight in this video. And I know that because I already fought her. It was great. So I chopped the dark wood. Yay! The next 5 days were spent building the house, and now that I have a little more of a shelter, it was time to face the ender dragon. The next several days were spent preparing for the dragon fight. I needed to kill ghasts to get their tears and blazes to get their blaze rods in order to craft the end crystals. Sounds pretty simple, right? There's one word that describes the next 15 days perfectly. Pain. I asked if anyone knew where Nether Fortress was, and someone said it's at 500, 900. So I went all the way over there, over 1,000 blocks, mind you, and it was nowhere to be seen. The information was wrong, and it was in the complete opposite direction. Oh, and if you're wondering why you're not seeing anything, it's because I'm a professional idiot and I didn't record it. I'm sorry, I died like 6 times and it would have been hilarious to watch. But to make an incredibly long and painful and miserable and eternally tormenting story short, I found the Nether Fortress and immediately died. Minecraft veteran, by the way. After a couple more deaths, I managed to obtain the blaze rods I needed. And let me tell you, when I saw my home portal and passed through the Nether into the overworld, it was like seeing the light after being stuck in a cave for days. It was like sitting by a warm fire on a cold, frigid night. It felt almost as good as enslaving 2 groups of chickens for eternity. By this point, Christmas was pretty close and my custom Christmas hats were added to the server, so of course, I had to get myself a hat. Now that I'm decked out and looking fancy, it's time to fight the Ender Dragon. Wraith joined me on this quest and together we summoned the Ender Dragon from her grave. Let's go, dude. Just to put her right back in the dirt! Oh, by the way, did I mention that the Ender Dragon drops an elytra on this server? Well, she does, and now I have myself some wings. I love the elytra because it makes me feel so free. Like I can go anywhere or do anything, and it's a feeling I love so much. Almost like freedom is worth something. And then it got me thinking about those poor chickens I had sitting in that farm for what I could only imagine is decades in chicken years. With freedom on my mind, I started to wonder, what if I enslaved villagers as well? I made an iron farm. No, I didn't. It broke. I fixed it. Oh, no. No. Okay, now it works. Oh, well, guess not. Okay, for real this time, it's working. And check out how much I got after just a few hours. Oh, and I enslaved a zombie as well. Meet Zombro. Now that I have an infinite source of iron, it is finally time to search for some netherite. The best way to show you how this went is to show you. Huh? I friggin' quit! I took a break and day 85 was a fresh start. What happened next was a miracle. Watching this would literally change your life as you know it. But remember what I said earlier? I'm a professional idiot and I didn't record it. I'm sorry. I found friggin' netherite finally and I didn't even record it. Why? Now that I have a netherite pickaxe, the quest began to get Silk Touch as fast as possible. Other members of the server were on the hunt for spawners, and I could not let my spawners get taken. I rushed to Radish's zombie XP farm, but this is too slow. Thanks, Radish. I like your glow squid. Thankfully, there's an Enderman farm, and pretty quickly I got to level 57 and rushed home to get Silk Touch. I got super lucky and actually got it pretty quickly. So I hurried into the caves to gather the spawners. Would they be there? Was I too late? Oh no. What if someone already claimed my skeleton spawner? Oh, no, we're fine. I found it, and I takes it. And as a bonus, I found this crystal formation thing. My next goal was to get mending before my 100 days were up and time was running out. But again, I actually got pretty lucky and this guy gave me mending pretty quick. I know that it's not the cheapest you can get, but hey, that's alright. I'll make it cheaper with zombie conversion and stuff, but it'll work for now. And as I was waiting for more potatoes to grow, I decided to enchant this spared pickaxe in this chest. And look at this! I'm holding onto that for sure. The potatoes are ready and I traded some to get emeralds. And I traded those emeralds for a mending book. And finally, after a bit of terraforming, I marked this island as the official Terry Island, and the most satisfying moment brought my first 100 days in Minecraft 1.18 to a close.